when your past shows its face, when you fell from the grace, forgive the ones you blame, forgive yourself just the same. When I remember who I am, I can surrender to the peace I am. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. I will always love. The temptation is strong to strike out and do harm, but you're better than this way. Power lives in the words that you say. When I remember who I am, I can surrender to the peace I am. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. I will always love. All the names on the wall tell us division always costs and fails us. May love unite us all together to become just one family. When we remember who we are, and we can surrender to the peace we are. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. I will always love. Always remember the best you can. Try to remember you were always loved. You were always loved. Always loved. You were always loved. You were always loved. You were always loved. Always loved. You were always loved. Thank you. I know you all agree with that one. pulled this song out of the song file that I hadn't played this in so long, and I really love it. It's called Persuasion by Richard Thompson, which is a song about being able to be persuaded. And if you're in the right company, it's a good thing. You and I, tempted by the promise of a different life. Time has fled. There's a constant rebel running through my head. I don't know what to do, but I still believe. After all the foolish things you put me through, I can always make a start on something new. And I'll always be a man who's open to persuasion. Blind romance, there'd be no half measures given half a chance. But we never learn, trusting in the fire while the cool flame burns. Many to repair what was never there, what got left behind. After all the foolish things you put me through, I can always make a start on something new. And I'll always be a man who's open to persuasion. And it's written in my heart so that everybody can see it, and written in my soul. After all, I still believe it. Yes, I still believe it. I still believe it. Yes, I still believe it. I don't know what to do, 'cause I still believe. After all the foolish things you put me through, I can always make a start on something new. And I'll always be a man who's open to persuasion, persuasion. Na, 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 na.
Thank you, Ray. We are persuaded that we are always loved. Hi, it's Maxine Kaye right here in the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, welcoming you to our Sunday afternoon celebration. Whether you're here, and thank you for being here, right here with me today, or whether you're watching us online, you are so welcome here. God is in this place. There is no other presence and no other power but the divine life of God itself. It fills us, it overflows through us, because we are created out of this one and only divine life, and it's beautiful. And so we deepen our connection here and now with this divine loving presence, wise and wonderful, always nurturing, always guiding us, and how grateful we are to be able to deepen our connection, to be able to understand that because we come from this one life, we are all connected with one another. Not only everyone here, but everyone in the world, that there is this common thread. It is divine. It is who and what each of us is, and how grateful we are to come together to remind each other of this, to remember it ourselves, to celebrate this divine life that is having a wonderful time by means of us. And so we accept this truth. This is how we begin. And as we do, we are expanding as well as deepening in our consciousness of faith and love and possibility. Giving thanks for this truth, we now release it to the God's perfect law of mind, and let it be so while we anchor it by saying, and so it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here. So glad we are together today. We are part of a greater community, as you know, the Centers for Spiritual Living. And many of our ministerial colleagues are up in Banff right now, celebrating each other. We get to take little peeks of their photographs and their videos. But we preferred to stay here with you this time. And we really did. And we are together working in a most beautiful way, because it is allowing God to work through us that makes everything possible. We do have spiritual tools that we use for every personal and global challenge that may come up for us. And there's a few of them in our own lives and in the greater world itself. Thank God that we have these tools. Thank God that we rely on the principles that Ernest Holmes so beautifully put together for us in researching all the great theologians and scientists and all wonderful illuminated people in the world, brought together such a beautiful spiritual practical practice for us, the most important part of which is spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. And so we use that in our own lives. We use it for each other. Our practitioners are here to help to elevate consciousness. And we're just grateful that we are in a teaching. And I'm grateful I was raised in this teaching. And I'm grateful that people find it at any time in their lives, because that's all that matters, is that we, not that we are the only true religion, no. We find that we are utilizing principles that are universal. We also respect and appreciate every religion. And you know what's wonderful is how we find the commonality. There's a thread that runs through all. And we look at the Golden Rule, for instance, and you find that in every major religion, their own version of it. So let's look for what we have in common, rather than get so caught up in the diversity is good. And yet feeling separate is not so good. We want to come back to our unity. And so we're here for a couple of reasons, maybe more than that. Primarily to live our lives fully and to let God express through us. But we also have, along with our Centers for Spiritual Living folks, we have a couple of things that we're very, very interested in and very much a part of. And one of them is, you know, what are we doing here? Why are we here anyway? Well, we are here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And as we do that, and we do it much more effectively when we also are aware of our own spiritual magnificence. Look around at each other for a moment and look at these spiritually magnificent beings, okay? That's a beginning. Okay, there you are. Yes, you as well. Yes, go ahead. I think it's wonderful that when we know what we know and live what we know. And we're here really to be co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all, yes? And so, shall we begin with our song, or do we need to wait just a moment? Because I can chat for a little while if necessary. You know that. I love that picture because we're all, what we're here to do today is to rest and relax into spirit. And wouldn't you all love to just climb into that hammock right now? Is it big enough for all of us? We could work it out. Okay, is it okay to begin with the song then, Joe? Good. All right, then we're going to sing I Release, and we're going to start out standing up if you would, and Ray's going to lead us into it, and we'll do the chorus.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it go. This is what I've got to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. In my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free, free, free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Hey, good job, everybody. Thank you so much. I'd like to have a word with the teens, please, and anyone younger who may be watching. That's good too. When I was 13 in the Religious Science Church of Redondo Beach, many years ago, my beloved teacher, minister, Earl D. Barney, said, Maxine, let's start a teen group. So we did. So we named it the Metateens, the Metaphysical Teenagers. And we would meet in the evening and we would take turns picking something to read. And I remember my favorite one to read popped up on my computer recently. And so I thought that means I need to share it with you. This is what, when I was 13 and we were gathering, we developed this teen group pretty quickly, actually. This is from Emmett Fox, and it's from his book called Find and Use Your Inner Power. And you know about your inner power, and you do know how to use it. So this is how it goes. Don't hurry. You're going to live forever, somewhere. In fact, you are in eternity now, so why rush? Don't worry. What will this thing matter in 20 years' time? You belong to God, and God is love, so why fret? Don't condemn, as you cannot get under the other fellow's skin. You cannot possibly know what difficulties he has had to meet, how much temptation or misunderstanding or stupidity within himself he's had to overcome. You're not perfect yourself and might be much worse in his shoes. Judge not. Don't resent. If wrong has been done, the great law will surely take care of it. Rise up in consciousness and set both yourself and the delinquent free. Forgiveness is the strongest medicine. Don't grumble, consume your own smoke. Your own concept is what you see, so treat and change that. Don't grab. You cannot hold what does not belong to you by right of consciousness anyway. Grabbing postpones your good. Don't shove. You're always in your right place at the right moment. If you don't like it, change it. Change it scientifically by rising in consciousness. This will be permanent. Good advice from a 13-year-old. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and come on down here. We miss you. Okay. All right. Now I get to announce our former president of our Board of Trustees and all-around marvelous soul, Edie Janik, to give us some announcements.
Pay no attention to that woman behind the screen that will not move to the next slide no matter what. So for some reason, we're meant to look at this picture for a long time today. Huh? You're resting. Yeah, it's just a big reminder. It really wants to be seen. It's not going anywhere. I'll keep working on it, so when we get to our final song, which is a new song for us, but it was pretty easy to follow, so even if I can't get it to work, I think we'll be okay with the final song. But for now, enjoy the scenery. All right. So yeah, I'm Edie Janik, and I'm here to provide you with today's announcements. Full moon ceremony this evening at Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, 7 to 8 p.m. Lovely evening, lovely weather. So beautiful, and what a wonderful way to put an exclamation point on a beautiful day than to go to a full moon ceremony. Next we have, next Sunday, August 17th, we will dedicate 2 new practitioners, yay, to our healing ministry and redirect our current 6. Not redirect. Rededicate. We're not going to direct them. Okay, this will take place during our Sunday celebration, which begins at 1 p.m. Next, our special social event for this month is actually one planned by the United Church of Christ Valley Forge, this lovely community that hosts us on Sunday. And we are welcome to join them. I love that they invite us to their events. And they're such a wonderful group of people, very warm-hearted and open. And the event is August 24th at 3 p.m. to a Church in the Woods nature experience. And I have a flyer here. I don't know if there's any way for you to see it, but it looks lovely, and they're reminding people to bring chairs. So looking forward to that. Dr. Maxine begins a new CSL accredited class on Zoom, Spiritual Practices and Principles. It's 5 Tuesdays in September, beginning September 2nd, 6:30 to 9 p.m. So looking forward to that as well. Next, Nibbles and New Thought will be Monday, September 8th at Anthony's in Malvern at 6:30. We may have just found one of our new favorite places. I went to the one this past Monday. Food is fabulous there. And the people that come to Nibbles and New Thought, I mean, wonderful time. Great conversation, great vibes, if I can say so, vibes. And stay tuned for other opportunities to enjoy your spiritual community, and register for all of our events at www.cslphilly.org. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Actually, I like this right here. You know, in meditation, there's a technique you use called tri-talk, where you just focus on one thing, and usually it's a candle, and then you kind of forget about the candle anymore, and you're just in a state of meditation. So let's focus on that picture for a bit, until you don't need to anymore. Welcome, welcome here. Loved and beloved, right here. Rest and feel restful, right here. Be accepted, right here. Fill up on now. Welcome here, welcome here, loved and beloved, right here and now. Rest and feel restful, here and now. Fill up on down. Fill up on down. Fill up on down.
Let's take that deep, deep, holy breath of spirit, the prana, the chi, the life force itself. Breathe it in and let it flow throughout our consciousness, our thoughts, our feelings, our body itself. And as it circulates, we are filling up on the love of God, the presence and the power that nurtures so sweetly and so beautifully. And as we fill up with that love, we allow it to flow over and flow out and touch and bless every sentient being. As recirculating fountains of love, we are honored to be the portal through which that nurturing presence flows and returns, and flows out and returns, allowing us to rest in the welcoming, eternal embrace of love, divine love, unconditional love. That holy presence which brought us into being sustains and nurtures and guides us every day. Just rest in it. Let go of any doubt, concern, or false belief in separation from our divine source. We're welcome here. Enter in to that divine embrace. And just let yourself be loved. Let yourself be loved. And in this place, touching the authentic self, remembering your true identity and your divine connectedness with the holy presence and with every being. Just rest. Deepen the faith. Expand your vision. Rest. In this beautiful place of restoration, illumination, all is well. All is well, truly. Truly, all is well.
Fill up on down.
Happy Full Moon Sunday, everyone. My name is Cheryl Macklin, and I am one of your practitioners. And today, as we can see, Dr. Maxine, as the universe is affirming for us, Dr. Maxine's talk is on rest. And my go-to book is generally either the Science of Mind textbook or 365 Science of Mind. Today, I went to a different favorite. I love anything and everything Ireland, Irish, you name it. I love it, the country, the people. And I especially love John O'Donoghue, who was a priest, author, poet, and philosopher. And he's famous for writing Anam Cara, but he also wrote this absolutely precious little book called Blessing the Space Between Us. And it focuses on transitions. So he has blessings for birthdays and retirement and the loss of a loved one, and I'm very often copying them and sending them to people. And this it's a little tweak on our topic, but this is before sleep, because resting is something that we do every night. As I lay down to sleep, may the guardian angel watch over me, coaxing all my cares to unravel into peace. As darkness within is wed to darkness without, freed from the weight of light, let my eyes sleep, relieved of all intensities. Let my imagination trawl the compressed seas to bless the dawn with a generous catch of luminous dream. May this new night of rest repair the wear of time and restore youth of heart for the adventure that awaits tomorrow. God is in this place. And I come here to connect not only with the God within me, but with the God everywhere present and expressing as each and every person here, each and every moment of our celebration time together, the glorious music, the prayers, the laughter, all of our time together is an affirmation, an expression that God is all there is, that God is in this place. And I know that we are guided all the time, every time, as we get together to celebrate this truth that is the truth for me and everyone here and everyone listening. I am grateful to know this, grateful to be one with this truth, an expression of this one and only source. Knowing and affirming and declaring and claiming that this is the truth, I release my word into the law, knowing that it is received, acted upon, and done because God only ever, ever, ever says yes. I let it be so with the greatest joy and gratitude, and so it is. And our Okay. This is our affirmation. Just zoom in, like imagine that it says, I rest completely in the loving presence. That was a small piece, sorry. Okay, well, I have faith that you guys could remember. But anyway, I rest completely. I rest completely in the loving presence. As it restores me to clarity and confidence. See, you saw it. I know.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life and love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. All the places that you will go and the people you will know. Don't you worry when, where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life and love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing. You will do amazing. I'm sure you'll do some amazing things. Yes, you will.
Amazing indeed. Thank you, Ray. I love that. It was wonderful. Okay, we're continuing this whole month about taking a vacation from doubt. Is that a good idea? You know, whether you're climbing into that hammock or not, let's take a vacation from doubt. Let's take a long vacation from doubt as we deepen our faith. And today we're talking about let your mind and heart rest. That doesn't mean that we stop living and doing the wonderful things that we're here to do. It just means that we do it with more grace. We do it with more balance in our lives. And the same is true of our spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. When we do this beautiful spiritual work, we then wish to rest and let the law bring it about. Now, so Ernest says, actually, he did say this, but it was written in Matthew first. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I love this phrase from the Bible because what is a yoke? You know, often when we read this, we think, oh, this is, you know, I've got to be hauled along by the neck or something. No, a yoke is simply a connection, right? My yoke is easy. In other words, the presence of the Christ within is very easy to connect with. It just involves opening our hearts. So the connection is easy. Just remember. Look at that. Look at that. See that? Yay. We have pictures again. It's working. God is good all the time. Didn't I tell you? All right. So the connection is even better here. The yoke is easy. That connection is simple to attain. Just takes our willingness. And my burden is light. What is a burden? Does it have to be heavy? No. A burden, you look it up. It's simply something to carry. My burden is light. Put a capital L on that word light. Carry the light. My connection is easy. What I carry is the light. That's what this is all about. And we carry it more lightly when we're in balance with ourselves and the universe. When I was in labor with my first child, I was still a teenager, married a year and a half. I want to clear that up. I called my Barney, my beloved Earl D. Barnum, and said, Barney, this is more uncomfortable than I expected it to be. He gave me the most beautiful phrase to use. It's a mantra that I still use, and I'm way past my childbearing years, but I use it for all of the other creative activity that we do. I learned that there were more other creative things to do besides having children. Isn't that great? He simply said, remember this, Maxine, I swing in rhythm and harmony with the universe. Say that with me. I swing in rhythm and harmony with the universe. Again, I swing in rhythm and harmony with the universe. Isn't that a beautiful way to get into our divine connection and to feel that balance so that we are resting and moving and resting and moving? You know, it is said that God is a rest and a motion, and that God rests in reason and God moves in passion. That's what we do. We are individualized manifestations, expressions of that one life, that one divine life, and we do the same thing that the divine does, but on our individualized level. It's the same presence, it's the same power, it's the same intelligent, creative law of the universe that we get to use, so let's use it wisely. We rest, connected by spirit and carrying its light. And it is in this consciousness, then, that our prayers, our spiritual mind treatments, are most effective. Now, this is what Ernest said. Never let anything cause you to doubt your ability to demonstrate the truth. Now, he's got this in capital letters. Speak your word as being the thing. I didn't say it quite like he would have. You should listen to some of his old tapes sometime. It's very wonderful. Speak your word as being the thing. You see, the word precedes the demonstration. It's actually the same. Thoughts are things. We begin with the idea and we demonstrate it out there in the world. Speak your word as being the thing. See the desire as an already accomplished fact and rest in perfect confidence, never looking for results. Has it happened yet? Are they there yet? Has it been born yet? Do I have my house done yet? No. Never looking for results. Never wondering, never becoming anxious, never being hurried or worried. That reminds me of the Emmett Fox portion I was sharing with the kids earlier. Never hurried or worried. You see, we're in the presence of a divine power. We're in the presence of the presence all the time, because really it's the only life there is to be created from. We were created from it. We are sustained by it. We are loved by it. We are guided by it. Rest in this clear awareness. Feel its energy, its guidance, the infinite wisdom that moves us in grace, so that we're not pushing or pulling. We're simply, I just thought of the sign that I saw on a door of an establishment. It said, about the door, it said, push, if that doesn't work, pull. If neither of those works, we're not here. No pushing, no pulling, just resting and trusting. There's no doubt when we are, and our Canadian friends would say, no doubt, no doubt. There's no doubt when we're trusting in the infinite presence and the law of mind, which is bringing everything unfolding to us in the right way and at the right time. We don't have to decide how to do that. We were just in Reverend Mike's wonderful Science of Mind study group Saturday morning. We were just talking about that, reading about it in Ernest Holmes' wonderful Science of Mind textbook, about how we set the intention and the law figures out how, right? Let's keep remembering that, so that when we do our spiritual practices, when we do our treatment work, our affirmative prayers, that we are relaxing after having set the intention and allowing the law to bring it about in the right and perfect way and the right and perfect time. No pushing, no pulling, but simply allowing ourselves to live in grace. You love Teresa of Avila? I love Teresa of Avila. Remember her prayer, her beautiful prayer. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing. God is unchanging. Patience gains all. Nothing is lacking to those who have God. God alone is sufficient. You know, a great negative belief that seems to run through all of humanity is this: I'm not enough. Anybody relate? I'm not enough. Everybody has some little bit of it. Some have more than others, and those of us who have been studying for some time have reduced it greatly. But God is sufficient. We are enough. Our beloved friend, Dr. David Walker, years ago, gave a talk at Asilomar called You Are Enough. And it was just before his book came out. Guess what it was called? You Are Enough. That's a great reminder, because it is something that runs through all of humanity. How did that happen? How did that happen? I think maybe because we haven't yet remembered who we are. We still believe that we're somehow separate from the source of our lives. And so until we recognize that there is one presence, one power, one life, and it's God's life and it's our life, and it's the only life there is to have and to live and to be, until we finally get that, we're really feeling as though, as Bucky Fuller said, we're like infants crawling around on the floor of the universe. That's a terrible picture. And yet it is something that people experience. So there's a lot that goes on in our lives that would convince us, and a lot that goes on in our world that would convince us, persuade us, that this is not so good, that things are in a basket going someplace. And I'm not allowed to say that in church because we don't believe in hell. Oh! So we don't want to be persuaded by the writing on the walls. We want to be encouraged and motivated and inspired by this divine presence within us that says, Beloved, all I have is yours. All I have is yours. You know, we have birds on our patio, on our deck. Reverend Mike is the birdman of Malvernia. He feeds them. Oh, does he feed them? And they come around all different kinds of birds, and for the most part, they get along, and they feed on the feeders, and they enjoy. They go down to the floor, and they pick seeds out of the carpet, which we appreciate. I wish they'd do it more. It would cause a little less vacuuming, wouldn't it? But they're wonderful. But isn't this interesting? When Reverend Mike and I occasionally decide to share that patio with them, they don't want anything to do with us. And all of that food is up there waiting for their pleasure, and they are too afraid of the two-leggeds to come and enjoy. They don't understand that the Birdman of Malvernia knows that he knows their needs and fills them before they even ask. He's God to them, except when he's out there. And they won't come. They're afraid. And here is this divine bounty. They won't rest in the love that he provides for them when we're out there. Now, can you equate this to anybody in the world? When we have a divine bounty that is given to us freely, continuously, generously, but we're afraid to approach it and to receive it. For so many different reasons. Well, I don't really deserve it. I want to make sure there's enough for everybody. There are so many ridiculous reasons that we don't accept our divine bounty that comes out of some kind of fear. We're not birds, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are divine human beings, and we have a feast, a wonderful, bountiful feast of love, of good things, anything we can imagine. An infinitude of goodness. Beloved, all I have is thine. Remember that. It doesn't matter if the birds don't get it. They will get it eventually when we go inside. But we sometimes are scaredy birds. Let's release any of those doubts and fears. Come into a deepening faith. There's every reason for us to receive our divine bounty. All the love, all the good. That includes possessions. It's wonderful to have possessions so long as we don't let them possess us. They come and go like everything else. Let's rest in the clear awareness, the sweet, sweet awareness that God provides everything before we ever even can ask. And I love remembering what Emma says, that first is the answer. Always, the answer is always, always present. Then comes the problem, and then the solution. The reason that the solution can come is because the answer is already there. So let's speak our word of conscious intention in our prayers. Let's embody it and feel it and rejoice in it and give thanks for it. And then release it to the perfect law of mind with great thanksgiving and in great confidence, and rest in the clear, sweet awareness that it is already ours and coming to us in ways that we may not even imagine yet. It's important that we rest. I swing in rhythm and harmony with the universe. Let's rest in the sure awareness that God is always and ever in charge. Any doubt is instantly replaced by faith. Divine harmony and peace are always at work. So let your mind rest in tranquility. I love that word, tranquility. And let your heart be overflowing with serenity, another favorite word. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now we're going to celebrate the circulation of our abundance. And we give thanks for the ability to come together in this consciousness. And oh my goodness, however you choose to share your abundance, and some already have, because many of you choose to send it in different ways. We have so many interesting internet possibilities and phone and all that, but you know me, I love to give it this way. It just reminds me, yeah, and you too, that every gift comes from the love of Spirit. So let's say our prosperity affirmation together. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. All that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed and so grateful. I am so blessed.
Blessed. We give thanks for the circulation of this good, how it prospers each of the givers, and how it prospers our center itself, makes a difference in our world, and returns to all multiplied. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you all for thank you wonderful AV team for getting everything up and running again. Yay! That was wonderful. And I'm so looking forward to next Sunday too. This has been wonderful. Next week is going to be awesome. We're going to be dedicating and rededicating practitioners. We'll have a little reception afterwards. And our Ray is going to be up in Canada. Yeah, I know. So, but he's coming back. You better.
No doubt.
Yeah. And we'll have our music next week will be done by Jim Wade. Yes, and we love Jim
You're in good
too.
hands.
So that's going to be awesome, and be sure and show up and bring everybody. It's going to be a great celebration. Okay, let's gather to sing our song, which is Peace Like a River. We've got 3 practitioners here. Use them if you're not going to lose them, but use them if you wish, and they will lift your consciousness high. Hi, you.
Oh, you got the words. Oh, nice. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean in my soul. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got love like the ocean. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got peace like a river, I got love like the ocean, I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
We go forth with joy in our hearts, resting, expressing, letting God be God in us. And so it is.
So it is.